sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. Maybe sim this style or I sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn your notifications so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all shower me here with. I am super grateful, and you all are very sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, because I don't know how something like this is happening. And some people are out there defending. They want to know the full story. What really happened? What did she do to him that made him hit her with a brick? I am not lying to you. This woman's, I am going to put this thing. And in the comment section, check it out. You will see the video that will show you how it all went down. I don't see how men, I don't know how to say this, but hitting a woman does not make you a man. I'm not lying. Hitting a woman does not make you a great man. Or I don't know, because I really don't see how somebody wants to destroy, damage somebody's face for just no reason. You asked for her number and she said no, she ain't giving you her number. When did rejection become something horrible that leads to somebody hitting somebody with a brick? Like damaging her jaw. And I am sending all my prayers to that lady. I hope she heals fast, because that wasn't looking nice at all. And a lot of, I think some men really do need therapy, because I don't understand what is going on. I see a lot of people talking trash. Saying bullshit. What did she do? What happened? Why do you need to know what happened? What really happened? What warrants a man hitting a woman in that manner? I think we all can do better, because I don't see how you all want to protect women. Some people were there watching all this unfold without even trying to please do not do that. Something like that. Nobody tried something like that. And it is horrible. Man, I don't know how to say it, but I think so many things be going on with some men these days. I am going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Straight up, let's get it.
So a male asks a woman for her number, and she tells him no. And in response to that no, he picks up a brick, threatens her with it, and eventually hits her in the face with it. This all took place around a whole bunch of other males who did nothing but watch. Now I want y'all to riddle me this. Explain this to me as if I have just hilarious as literacy, okay? Explain to me how males want to be viewed and treated as leaders and submitted to so damn bad, but this is a common experience that we have with you all. Explain to me how y'all are just as afraid of your own as women are, but want to be viewed as the leaders of the community. Because the truth of the matter is if that crowd was a whole bunch of women, I'm more inclined to believe that somebody or somebodies would have spoken up. Explain to me how y'all want the title and the benefits, but don't want to earn it. Because as a group, y'all are giving us nothing to work with. And Taro, my heart is with you as you heal physically and emotionally. I'm so sorry, girl. And she tells him no. And in response to that no, he picks up a brick, threatens her with
a brick. Really? Not only are these men highly feminine and giving us the ick severely, they want to be chased, they want to be catered to, they want to stay home. Back in the day, they would just say every name in the book. Not saying that it's right, but being this violent now, this is ghetto. This is really ghetto. This is crazy. Because and women, do not give men your phone number. Let me tell you why. Yeah, you can block them or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But let me tell you, you give somebody your phone number, they can look up your address. You know that, right? They can look up your full legal name with that phone number. So don't be intimidated to give somebody your phone number. I recommend do the Google number. It's better that way. If you feel threatened, just do the Google number. Do never give the actual number, your real number. It is tied to whomever owns the phone bill account. and they can trace it back to you or whatever, and they can find your address. Because, United States clearly doesn't care about our safety, and a lot of things are out in the internet. Do not give, I repeat, do not give your phone number. This is crazy. Like, we need to start protecting ourselves. I don't know what the rules are in your state, but do what you can to protect yourself, because it's getting wild out here. I learned about like some girl in DR as well. She rejected a guy. He poured acid on her. Acid. She was in the hospital, and then she ended up dying. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is giving third world country. Like, I mean, it's a brick, but still, like, why are you attacking this woman? Because she has the right to say no.
In response to that no, he picks up a brick, threatens her with it, and eventually hits her.
Hearing about this young woman being hit in the face with a brick because she dared to tell a man no when he asked for her number. It reminded me of when I lived in DC and I was walking down the street coming home from work, and a man was catcalling and asking me for my number, and I ignored him and I just kept walking. And then out of nowhere, I felt a beer bottle skid past my face and hit the wall that I was walking towards. Didn't engage him, wasn't aggressive, and yet violence still followed. To all those doing the mental gymnastics, trying to come up with every excuse possible why she is responsible for the violence that happened to her for telling a man no to her cell phone, you are trash. And the men who stood by and watched are also trash. There's nothing in me that would allow myself to stand there and watch another woman get threatened with a brick, get hit with the brick, and not do something. Human experience is only as good as how we treat each other and how we see other people's issues and problems as our own, part of our own collective safety. That man who picked up that brick is a coward, and probably would have backed down had multiple men approached him to tell him to chill out. Because cowards take it personally when a random woman rejects them. Cowards then pick up a brick and decides to threaten and hit that said woman for rejecting them. And cowards create excuses why that woman deserved the violence that she experienced, because they couldn't rise to the occasion. And they're ashamed. That's really what it is. They're ashamed. Yeah, tell us to call the police. You mean the same police that you don't trust? The same police that has like less than double digits in solving crime, and more than often they actually create the crime or escalate the crime? That police? The same police that y'all were just talking about defunding, you want us to call them? Make it make sense.
I'm more inclined to believe that somebody or somebodies would have spoken up. I'm more inclined to believe that somebody or somebodies would have spoken up.
I used to work in this job that was on an avenue that you had to pay to park. And if you've seen Parking Wars, the PPA in Philadelphia is like something special. And honestly, something needs to be done about that. But that's a topic of conversation for another day. Anyway, I hear this commotion outside. I pop out. I see this little PPA woman with this big man in her face, screaming, threatening her. And I'm thinking, like, honestly about to physically do something. Not even a moment's hesitation. Throw my body right in between them. I'm screaming at him. He's screaming at me. Across the street, 4 men sitting at a table just watching, 2 of them recording on their phone, not doing a damn thing. Another moment later, her supervisor comes by, who's a man, and this douchebag's entire tone shifts. I'm sorry, man. It's just like, I was only parked here for like 20 minutes. He wasn't, by the way. He earned the ticket that he got. And it's not the first time I did that, and men did nothing.
This all took place around a whole bunch of other males who did nothing but what?
Alright, first of all, respectfully, if you're offended by what I'm about to say, I do not give a fuck. You can deal with it. No, so many men are about to be so quick to say they would have never been holding that brick. But would you have been one of the men standing around, not interceding, not doing anything for that woman? Women say yes, all men. It's not just because she doesn't know who's gonna pick up a brick to wield against her. It's because she doesn't know which of the men are going to stand around and watch her get beaten. Really claim to be a safe space for women? Ask yourself, just like I'm asking myself, which character would you have played in that situation? Because I give 0 fucks if you wouldn't have picked up the brick. If you would have been one of the men just standing there, you would have been just as guilty. It is all men until all men are standing up to shit like this. Once again, do some introspection, and I don't care who this offends.
So a male asks a woman for her number, and she tells him no. And
Someone please tell me, am I getting punked? Am I getting punked? Cause like, the girl who got her head bashed in with the brick, she came on my FYP. I liked her video and just, you know, send prayers that she gets healed, because that was bad. And I'm just in awe right now. I always grew up with the expectation that men protect women. You know? Like, that's just their role as a man. Like, that's something you should just innately want to do as a man. You want to protect women, and it's just more important that you protect the women in your immediate family, like obviously your mom and your sisters, but you also want to protect all women. You protect your village, you protect everybody. Like, I always grew up with that expectation, and the fact that I'm seeing that that is not true, everything that's going on in my mind is making sense. Like, I remember I worked at a movie theater, and I was the only girl on shift. Everyone else was like guys, and there was like 20 of us, so I was the only girl on shift that day. And when I tell you, it was the scariest thing. We had like a homeless man come in and sit in our lobby, and nobody was paying attention, because it was like a private movie theater. And he just sat there, and then he just started like yelling, like catcalling at me, and like the bartender was like, yo bro, you need to stop. But nobody else stopped it. Like, they were cleaning the restrooms, nobody else tried to stop it. They were cleaning the other theaters, nobody else tried to stop it. Like, the way I saw these, they were boys, they were young, but coming in and out of the lobby, and nobody said anything. And me, being the only girl, had to go up and ask this homeless man, okay sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. And then I had to be the one to go get the manager to actually like force him out, like out of the theater. It blows my mind, because I think about that incident and I'm just like, there is just, in this generation, where is the energy to protect women? Like, where's the, I just felt a chill. Like, where's the men who actually value women? Like, I just don't think we're seen as valuable anymore by men. And it's crazy to me, because they come from women. Like, it's absolutely mind-boggling to me. And the thing about it is, I don't want to understand men anymore. Like, I don't want to understand the other race, because on top of that, I cried over a man this morning. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But I did shed tears over a gargoyle today. And like, I'm just in awe with the whole situation. Like, are you serious? What we need to do is start putting men back in war. Like, have them just die. Like, just die then. Like, you're not going to be useful in society, then you could be useful in the military. Go to the military. Go to some place where you can actually be of benefit. Because they don't benefit us in life anymore. Like, they don't benefit us. And that's a shame.
Okay,
this all took place around a whole bunch of other males who did nothing
So not
but
only
watch.
was she assaulted with a brick after telling the man no, she wasn't going to give him her number, but we're going to sit here and drag all the other men that had absolutely jack shit to do with the situation. Let me bring you in on something, okay? I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a nephew, I'm a father, I'm a cousin, I'm a friend, okay? Who the fuck am I, a random Joe Schmo bystander, to involve myself in some bullshit that me, a random bystander, I don't even know what's going on. Y'all could be boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. Y'all are beefing. Yeah, he picks up a brick. Hey, sir, maybe you shouldn't. You think I want to get hit with a brick? No. And see, a lot of y'all ladies will be like, and that's the problem. y'all men don't want to take the brick to the face for us. Why the fuck am I going to want to take a brick to the face for somebody that's going to use me up for my money, fuck my best friend, and tell me how I don't belong here, that I'm not important, that me as a man, I stand for nothing. What makes no sense to me is that you ladies will get on social media, drag men for 3-4 years, non-stop, and it's only getting worse. And when little moments like this happen to random Sarahs, Janes, Shaquishas, or whatever in the world, after all the mental abuse that you guys drag men through on social media, you guys want to get on that same social media and talk about how men ain't shit nowadays because this poor woman got assaulted with a brick around a bunch of other men. Maybe those other men are tired of women saying that men don't belong here and men aren't important and men don't amount to shit. Explain to me that. Riddle me that. Why y'all think y'all can just drag men and expect men to turn around and still be your knight in shining armor when you reject some weirdo man. Reap what you ladies sow, okay? Y'all want to drag men and say men aren't important? Well, in moments like this when a man is desperately needed and so important, no matter how toxic and how masculine he is, you hoped that a man would step in and protect your pretty face from getting hit with that brick. And look, lo and behold, men showed out. And I'm proud. I'm proud, because why the fuck should we have to continue enduring mental abuse, unsolicited abuse from a bunch of women online to turn around and be expected to protect and serve you guys for what? Fuck out of here. Don't see me as a leader. See me as a leader. But at the end of the day, you're not my wife, you're not my girlfriend, so why do I have to protect you? As long as my family sees me as a leader, I've completed what I needed to complete. I don't give a fuck about the random shaquisha down the street that sees me as some simp or a toxic masculine man. At the end of the day, y'all did this. Okay, hold on.
So a male asks a woman for her number, and she tells him no. And
Y'all seen this video or a different version of it? If not, you can go back and watch it. If you don't want to go back and watch it, really quickly, excuse me, basically this male asked the young lady for her phone number. My bad, I had to clear my throat. He asked this young lady for her phone number. She said no, and he hit her in the face with a brick. They said it was a bunch of other men standing around who basically did nothing to intervene. Now, keep in mind, I wasn't there, so I don't know how quickly this, things escalated or anything like that. But women, I know that this shouldn't be something that we have to do, and this is not a cure-all. This is something that I do myself and something that I've also taught my daughter. If somebody approaches you, asks you for your phone number, and you know that never in this lifetime would you give them your number, still give them your number. You can block them. You know what I'm saying? Once they out of your space. And now you can't even give out a fake number because they try to call or text it while you're standing right there. So just give them your number. You have to block it later. Yes, it's stupid. No, it's not something that we should have to do. But sometimes you have to do what's going to keep you safe. Especially now knowing that even in a room full of other men, they wouldn't even, try to extend anything to make sure that you remain safe. So, baby girl, just to make it home safely and intact, give them your number. Just block them later. It's not a cure-all. It's not anything that's going to solve the problem. But in that brief moment, it is something that will kind of, hopefully, prayerfully ensure your safety. So, yeah, just give them your number. Happy Labor Day, y'all. Be blessed.
explain to me how y'all want the title and the benefits, but don't want to earn it.
I think this is the same reason why y'all don't deserve a man's protection. Y'all haven't earned it. Okay? So you coming on here, and like I said, this is for educational purpose. I just want to call out some stuff for my viewers. This is not to harass you or whatever. So please, before you get trigger happy and not like the stuff I'm going to say, just eliminate me, okay? Because I'm probably going to say something that's going to trigger you. So I'm going to go ahead and warn you right now. Go ahead and leave while you got a chance. So women come on here and
Now, by all means, I'm not trying to justify anything that that man did. I seen the video and I thought it was fucked up. The man should have never hit the woman in the face with a brick, okay? But expecting someone to protect you after a lot of women, because a lot of women done fucked this woman up. It ain't just that man that hit her in the face with the brick, but it's a lot of women who bought into this strong and independent mindset that they don't need men, okay? Men have started there, getting to a point now where they done heard it so much to the point where what's the point of even getting into a relationship with this woman? What's the point of even fucking around with these women no more? You know, y'all just for recreation now, you know. No men are going to take y'all seriously anymore. And I'm not saying all, but most of y'all women. So, if you can ever get back to, you know, being feminine, being friendly, being thoughtful, being all those things that, you know, men desire, then we probably would look into seeing how we can protect y'all. You know, I know some women would say, well, that's a human being. Those being around us should have never let it happen. No, just because you don't think it shouldn't have never happened don't necessarily mean that men's supposed to just jump when y'all think it's necessary for him to jump. That situation was between her and him. Now, me personally, he should have just walked his ass away and left that shit alone. None of that would have never happened. You know, that's my take on that. But for y'all to say, oh, well, she got hit with a brick and those men should have jumped on him. No, they're not doing that. They're not going to do that. And women, y'all are not going to take up for a man when he get blasted and shamed by a woman. You know what I mean? Not in public. Because y'all don't want nothing to do with that. Y'all let his ass get shamed. So, I'm going to short this video because, like I said, I don't have that much storage on my phone to even go on about this mess. You know? So, case closed again.
Y'all saw this video, right? Let's talk about it. If you have not already, go to this sister's page to check it out and please show her some love and support. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, here's a quick summary. Somewhere in Houston, this sister came across a black man who asked for a number, and she declined. And in response to him being rejected, he decided to take a brick and hit her in the head with it, causing a broken jaw and a contusion on the left side of her face. There were also several black men who stood idly by and watched the incident happen and did nothing. And the most chilling part of her video is her saying, and I quote, "I protect everyone, but no one protects me." Now, I have a question for all the black men out there. Since when do we think that taking a blunt object to a black woman's face is a valid reaction to rejection? And please don't entertain me with the investigative questions like, oh, well, we don't know the whole story. What actually happened? What did she do to provoke him to do that? You see, here's what I find funny about black men like y'all. Whenever a black woman gets physically assaulted or SA'd, y'all want to come up with all of these questions and find any and every excuse to blame the black woman. But whenever it is a black man that is a victim of assault or a victim of injustice, y'all run to the black woman, asking them to march for you, asking them to protect you, asking them to protest for you. When Trayvon Martin was unalived, black women were there. When Philando Castile was unalived, black women were there. When George Floyd was unalived, black women were there. But when it was Breonna Taylor, y'all were silent. When it was Sandra Bland, y'all were silent. When it was Lawrence Smith Fields, y'all were silent. And with this case, where this sister could have been unalived, not only were y'all silent, but y'all saw it and had no reaction. To every black man under the sound of my voice, at some point in time, we need to rise as a collective and put a stop to this. I don't know about y'all, but I am so sick and tired as a black man waking up every single day and being introduced to a brand new case with a black woman such as this. And if you are a black man that sees the chaos that our sisters are going through and you are not angered or bothered or moved in any way, shape, or form, I question if you even are a black man. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and say this right here. If you are a black man and you don't give a damn about our black women, then I don't recognize you as a black man. I recognize you as my enemy. I now see you in the same light as a racist YT man. At this point, you are either for the community as a whole or you are against it. The choice is yours. And if that is not you, then leave our black women alone. To all of my sisters, I've said this once, I've said this a million times. Get yourself ARMED. Clearly, there are a lot of these degenerates that do not care about your life. So why should you care about theirs? If you come across one of them and you feel threatened in any way, start using that Mouska tool. From this day forward, y'all should have the mentality of it's either you or them. To the black men that are doing the work, our sisters need us more than ever. It is time for us to not only rise up as individuals, but as a collective. It is now time for us to stand up and be louder than these demons that don't give a damn about our women. If you see any one of them being attacked in any way, shape, or form, it is time for you to start speaking up and speaking out. And to all of the black men that are out here claiming to love and protect and defend black women, right now, your actions are going to speak way louder than your words. I see a lot of y'all out here claiming that you love and protect and defend black women, but you got no work behind it. And trust and believe, if I find out that any one of you are just saying that you love black women just to benefit off of black women, I will call you out on it. In the words of Big Daddy Kane, this ain't no time for half-steppers. If you are somebody that doesn't want to speak out against these misogynistic men over something as stupid as being called a simp or a panderer, then get up, get out the way, and get gone. Once again, black brothers, it is not enough for us to stand next to our black women. Now is the time where we must stand in front of them, the same way that they've been standing in front of us. In closing, I'm going to say this right here to all you problematic black men. There's going to be a time when black women get sick of y'all's crap, and they're going to start defending themselves in the best way they know how. And the way that they defend themselves is going to land y'all somewhere in life support. And when you sitting in that bed, all these podcasters and misogynistic content creators, they're not going to be there for you. But I know somebody will. It'll be that black woman that you hate, that you despise, that you don't care for. And when she finds out that you don't care about her, when she finds out all the hateful things that you said about her, when she finds out that you don't care about her life, what do you think she's going to do when she finds out that your life is in the palm of her very hands? Marinate on that.
So a male asks a woman for her number, and she tells him no.
And people think that I'm paranoid and that I'm crazy, that I leave with a purse full of self-defense tools. Sarah, you're paranoid, you're crazy. Am I? This situation, am I crazy? No, I'm not. I'm prepared. But I wanted to give a little tip. So, in this unfortunate situation, if a guy asks for your...
Like, he made a lot of points, and that is it. I think we also should start protecting ourselves, because, like, I don't understand how things like this happen. I mean, this is very wild. I saw this thing while I was at work. I was like, what? How did this happen? I mean, a man picked a brick straight up on a woman's face, and you think that is manly. That doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you a great person. Like one of the sisters said, if you think that you have that ability to like do some, crazy things, nasty things, and you always have the urge to probably hit somebody or something like that, the military is your calling. Move over to the military and go there and exercise your power. Or they can also send you to Iraq and other place, Afghanistan and the rest of it. Go there and represent us, and we'll give you a shout out from wherever we are, because I don't see this kind of behavior. I mean, And then the passers-by and the people standing there. I really just don't get it how people watched this happen, because I mean it's really crazy. It's just really very hard for me to comprehend. And some of the men that spoke on this, I think some men really do need therapy. I am not lying to you guys. I think some men need to unpack so many things. They need like big time therapy, because what are you guys speaking? Like, how did feminism? How did you all know what a woman not want in a man? How did he correlate with what happened to how somebody stoned somebody with a brick? Make this make sense, because I am not understanding it. It's really quite unfortunate that some people really think like this. And the last man that spoke, a very big kudos to him, because he really came all through. If you are still thinking like this, I think you also see, like, you know, you still have that whitey mentality, like whitey racism mentality. Man, a lot of things are really going wrong this time around, and I really do not understand. I am so scared for my life, because, like, you know, women, make sure you ARMED yourself, because I do not understand what is going on. It's been from one story to another, from the other one wanting to grape, and the other one want, like, you know, so many nasty things that I am seeing. It is not looking nice at all. I mean, whoa. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.